Hello, hello, hello there, YouTube. All right, my name is John Henry Sheridan. Thank you for joining me. I really appreciate it. I am on a project composing my life story. You may say, well, who the heck are you, Mr. John Henry Sheridan, that we want to know your life story? And I'll say to you, well, I think your life story is important too. I think all of us have a life story that's worth sharing, and it's just about high time that I share mine with y'all. So I'm wearing this jacket that I got in the early 2000s. I was in the village going to meet some girls, and I couldn't find them, but they went into the movies without me or something, and I just went shopping and I got myself this jacket, which says two things related to me. One, John, and the other one, coffee. So I'm like, this jacket's for me, and I wore it for several years, but not recently. So I'm in the process of telling my autobiography through 30 videos, daily videos in a row. It's part of a challenge, 30-day challenge through Bob Baker, who is a creative mentor and someone who encourages, inspires artists to get their work out into the world. So I'm taking him up on his challenge. And you can learn more about Bob Baker at bob-baker.com. So let's get to it. Normally I read a bit from my book. That's what I've been doing, or my work in progress. But I'm going to just improvise this bit because it's not written yet. So I'm going to cover my years playing in a rock band. So that's roughly 1995 or 94. But I'm going to say, let's say 1996 through 2006. Pretty much a decade of rock bands pretty seriously. So I'm just going to play some riffs from each band. And I'll talk about the band. So the first band I want to talk about, my first sort of real band, it was a heavy metal band called Beauty and Chaos. And this was around 1996, 97, 98. It existed before that, but under a different name. Slightly different lineup. So it was metal, sort of power metal. Kind of, hey Vlad, good to see you again, my friend. I'm talking about my old rock bands. I'm going to play a riff from this first heavy metal band I was in. I'm pretty good today, Vlad. How are you feeling? From this first rock band I was in, this is a song that we called Excerpts. Here's another part of that song. Yes, so that was a riff from my first band, Beauty and Chaos, called Accept, and yes, that was a heavy metal band. I think that was actually the song we played before we changed the name to Beauty and Chaos, but and I'll just play a little something from Beauty and Chaos. This is a song called My Home, which has a part of it anyway. So yeah, that's a song called My Home. And Vlad is asking if I can view him from my end. And no, I cannot see anybody that's viewing this. I only see the names of the viewers who are watching live. And thank you if you're watching live, and thank you if you are watching on the replay. I appreciate it. Oh, I should show you guys my amplifier here. So this is the amplifier that I'm using. It's a Vox amplifier. No distortion pedal. You know, just the knobs. I think I will show you how I get the sound I get. Might be of interest to some guitar players. So, can you see that there? Yeah, so I put the gain all the way up. I put the volume pretty low because I don't want to blast anyone out. Right now, treble in the middle, bass in the middle, and these are effects that I don't want, so they're down. So I recommend for a heavy rock sound, put distortion pretty high, not necessarily 10. You're welcome. You could put it kind of, you know, you could put it 7 or 8 depending. I like to just put distortion lower, but that's a heavy metal band. So when I play the other songs, I'll put it a little lower. And I put the treble and the bass in the middle, like 12 o'clock. Or high, mid, low, depending what your amplifier says. I put them all in the middle. I listen to it, and if it sounds okay, then how you carve flailtons on a guitar. Flailtons. I'm not sure what a flailton is, Vlad. I don't know. I don't do anything special with guitar. I'm a guitar player. I don't know too much about equipment and stuff. I just know how to get a good sound and I play. I'm a very simple guy. I never really changed pickups or anything fancy like that, you know. So I'm going to play another song from the band after Beauty and Chaos, which is called Klockwerk, which was 3 remaining members of Beauty and Chaos, 3 core members that went on after Beauty and Chaos broke up, and we played less metal, more rock. I'm going to lower the distortion, the gain, and I'm just going to play this riff. Flageolet. I'm not sure what a flageolet is. I don't have a whammy bar. I don't have a flanger. There's no flanger pedal. Nothing fancy on here. I'm sorry, Vlad. I don't know what a flageolet is. Okay, so here's less distortion. I say my gain is now on about 7. I'm going to play this riff. So that band lasted only about a year or so, then we broke up. Around that time, there's 99, I cut all my long hair off, and I stopped the metal rock thing, and I went to more like a, acoustic folk thing, and I joined a pop rock band. I formed a pop rock band with a couple friends, and we had a song called Servant Song. That's a cool sound. Oh, thank you. Yeah, the distortion I'm using is just a Vox amplifier, and, you know, I really believe that a good sound comes from your hands, the player's hands. You know, even if I put the distortion lower, I can still make it rock. I'm going to put the gain on 5, the distortion on 5. And I'm going to play this next riff. This is from the pop rock band Modus Tollens around the year 99, 2000. It's called Servant Song. All right. Then it's going to play a little bit from a band that came after that called District 22. So my first two bands had some similar members. My third and fourth band had some, at least, well, one shared member. You know, things evolve, and then my fifth band had a shared member from the first band, and you know how it goes. Vlad says, wow, thank you. Dropping D. So yeah, this next, after that pop rock band, it became more like a rock band. Still kind of pop, but more hard rock pop. And this is, I'm going to play one of the softer songs. It was a cool riff. The song was called Dances with Autumn, Dance with Autumn, and by band District 22. Since this is getting long, I'm going to cut it short and end with a riff from my next and final band before I stop playing in bands, you know, officially stop playing in bands. I did play with some bands here and there after 2006, but never joined one. So this one I'm putting the distortion back to 10. And this is a song from a band called Levelsix. We actually kind of, you know, got a bit of the rock and roll experience. I'll talk more about that later. And this is a song called Love is a Myth. And yes, those everything that I played today were parts that I wrote, that I personally wrote. Some of those songs were co-written in its entirety, but I played the sections that I wrote. Some of them I wrote the whole thing. Yes. Yeah, thanks. So that's all for today. Thank you so much for joining Vlad on the call, and for everyone who on the video, and for everyone who's watching on playback. Thank you for your time. My name is John Henry Sheridan. If you'd like to check out my music, you can go to johnhenrysheridanmusic.com. Then you can check out under the music section, friendly rock, singer-songwriter, or rock bands. I don't have all that stuff up there because I don't really, you know, promote that older band stuff, but some of it's there. And all my newer stuff is there. So please sign the mailing list if you'd like to stay updated on my music and my guitar lessons and just what's going on in my life. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you tomorrow with another video. Have a great day out there in Moscow, Vlad. Great night.